Well, welcome to Allen's Day, everybody. Fine Saturday morning. Sun's out. It was going to rain. That means we got grass growing. And that means it's time to stay ahead of the lawnmower maintenance. Yeah, one more project. Put it on the list. But I'll get this knocked out, no problem. I did a little work on here already. What we've got is a 42-inch bad boy mower here, and it's the Kohler 725cc. Pretty good motor. It's got a lot of power. It does what it's supposed to. Just a little advice: when you're picking out mowers, you don't need a 48-inch mower or a 60-inch mower most of the time, unless you got a golf course. 42-inch deck for our place here is more than sufficient, because when you're getting close to things and you're on rough terrain, unequal surfaces, 42 or a 48 or a 60-inch is just a frickin' mess. It tears your yard apart, tearing blades up. So now we got this mower a couple years back and did a few upgrades to it. The noise from the motor was blowing up on your head all the time, so I put this shield on the backside to keep some of the noise down. And another upgrade I did on here is I put a hitch, and I've got the hitch hooked here. It goes into here, and you can see it goes all the way back into the frame back there, and back up into here. And also what this is this is a guard on here that if you back into something, you're not going to back your pulley into a stump. So it's the guard, the flat bar, and a hitch. If somebody needs a couple hundred of those made up, I'll be more than problem to do a production run for you, but not a onesie twosie. Pretty handy to have that. And then also I put a tie down on the back here, so you can actually chain this thing down when you're on the trailer. Otherwise, they don't give you any provisions for that. Now, back to our this morning's mission is the tune-up. So I changed out the air cleaner on here and went on to Amazon and found this mower, found all the correct parts, what I thought were the correct parts, and those got in, they got ordered. But as you noticed, or will notice, this air cleaner that came, the Kohler one, the OEM air cleaner, is twice the height. So I'm going to run this for this season here and keep an eye on it, but then replace that. So anytime that you're doing tune-ups on here, Amazon isn't your place to get your tune-up parts. Yeah, they're cheap. It was 18 bucks for an oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, and a couple of spark plugs. Not worth it. Go find the right air filter. You're going to be happy. So what I had to do is, to make this small one work, I had to put a little foam pad on here so this filter doesn't pop off of here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Then when I got around to the oil filter, they give you this little stubby oil filter right here, as compared to the OEM one that's a little bit bigger. So the part numbers on these, let me show you where I've got those written down. I've got them written down on the bottom side here, right there. So this is your oil filter. Yeah, this is your air filter, and I've been running T4 Shell T4 1540 oil in here, and cleaned up the batteries a little bit, blew it off. The next mission is blades. I got those off of Amazon. Those look pretty good, but the problem is, let me show you what I've run into. On this, I've got this hooked up with the chain hoist coming down. I got some real heavy duty straps so it's not going to fall on me. And here's what we got under here is we've got to change the blades out. We've got to take these 3 bolts out of here. Now the problem I'm running into is changing out the blades. I got the blades off of Amazon. They look like a pretty decent blade on there. There's the part number if you can read that in there. But it's the mulching style with the extra little blades on here for flinging. So, and I got the most expensive ones I could get off of Amazon. They had some real cheap ones on there. But the problem is coming in getting these bolts off of here. I looked on YouTube, and I'm not the first one with this problem. They've got a video out of changing those blades, so I said, oh, I'll take a look at that. I wanted to make sure these weren't left-hand threads or anything like that on there. So once I figured out they weren't, started out with the Milwaukee 3/8 drive impact. Put that on there. I hammered on it, no good. I went to the Milwaukee 1/2-inch drive impact, the brand new fuel Brussels is supposed to have the most torque. That didn't work. Next step is I went to this is a 3/4 inch drive, and I reduced it down to a 1/2 inch to get my impact socket on there, but this is a 3/8 drive, or a 3/4 drive corded impact. That wouldn't touch those bolts. Then I went to the Snap-on breaker bar, and that was starting to bend. So bottom line is, what in the heck did Bad Boy do, or what in the heck were they thinking putting them damn blades on there that tight? It blows my mind how the average person that's going to change out these blades are going to get that blade off of there. It just blows my mind. So anyways, went through all that. Even put the breaker bar on there. All I accomplished doing was cracking out the, blowing out my Craftsman socket with the breaker bar. So the next step is, and I'm assuming everybody has one of these sitting in their garage. It's a Milwaukee 1-inch drive impact wrench for taking lug nuts off a semi. I'm assuming every homeowner that has a Bad Boy has one of these. If not, they should get one. They're about the same price as a Bad Boy mower. Let me see if this is going to get those bolts off of there. And maybe somebody should ask Bad Boy what the hell they were thinking. So let me put my earplugs on and give this a shot. So make sure that you get yourself a good 2x4 wedged up in there so that that blade can't turn. Make sure you're safe getting underneath there. I'm not crawling all the way underneath it, and I feel pretty confident that I've got a hoist that's holding this thing up. So, well, let's see what this big the big wrench does for us. So it's 15/16 or 24 millimeters is all I could find for a socket, a 1-inch socket to fit this. We'll see how this works. So the moral of the story is, if you have a bad boy mower, the only way you're getting that blade off is with a 1-inch drive impact wrench. Thank you very much, bad boy. Now that I got the bolts all broke loose with the big impact, now I can get back to one of the Milwaukee 1/2-inch drive. Finish zipping these out and change these blades on here. So. So don't forget your anti-seize on there. You'll be helping the future you out or the next guy on there. But, you don't have to put the bolts on with the same impact that I took them off with, which was that 1-inch drive Milwaukee. Yeah, that's for changing semi-tractor tires out and working on bulldozers. I don't think lawnmowers. So, anti-seize on your bolts. And your blades. Make sure your blades are the correct direction, that the top is the top. Just watch how you take them off there. And I engraved the date on there. Years fly, and it seems like just yesterday when you put stuff together. And once you look at your date you engraved on there, it's probably been a decade or so. Well, let me get to work putting these on there and change the other ones out. I think just one good wrap with the Milwaukee 1/2-inch impact is going to hold that thing in place. So, well, I got to do the same for the other ones. Get the other ones changed out and get out there cutting grass. So thanks for sticking around with me, and thanks for being patient enough to listen to some of my rants that I had going on about what I think they should have did at Bad Boy. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.